Hi guys, I'm Daddy Freeze, convener of the Free the Sheeple movement and leader of the Free Nation in Christ. I greet you and I bring glad tidings. During the day, I'm a humble staff of Cool FM, and Cool FM brought me from where I was a copper when I joined in 2001 to the leader of a nation where I am today. Thank you very much, Cool FM. And to celebrate Cool FM this October, as Cool FM turns 21, we are going to Oman, Kenya, and Dubai. Yes, and you could be a part of this. All you need to do is call this number 0808-262-2410. 0808-262-2410. You can pay in installments, like Nigerian man will say instrumentally. Yes, come and hang out with me in Dubai, Oman, and Kenya. You need to be there. It's going to be an absolute blast. And you get the opportunity to sit down with me and argue with me. It's worth it. Hi guys, I'm Daddy Freeze and I'm here to hook you up with SendWave, the fastest, safest, most reliable way of sending money from your phone in the UK or the US to any bank account in Nigeria. Just boom, boom, zoom, zoom, and you've sent Wave. Use the promo code Daddy Freeze, DADDYFREEZE, spelled as one word. Use it now. First of all, I'm going to be doing a bit of, give me my other phone. You won't believe I'm using 4 phones right now. And I've got the 5th phone now that I'm going to be using to check some things up. This is our business, a very phone consuming business. So, I'm going to be addressing many issues, but first of all, big congratulations to Davido and Chioma. I guess I'll probably be doing a video about that tomorrow. So we'll be talking about marriage and is what they did scripturally in order, as in she being pregnant without officially tying the knot. I'll be explaining that scripturally tomorrow. But today I want to address a few things, and I'm going to start with the Uber driver and the lady. Okay? You saw the story. Now, before I address, who saw the story? First of all, did you guys see the story? Hello, YouTube people. Did you guys see the story? Who saw the story? On YouTube, can you see me? Can you see me on YouTube? Okay, so the question is, okay, I did see the story on Facebook. Yes, you can see me. Okay, so you saw the story. It was a viral video, and I shared the picture, still shot, where the guy is seen holding a whip. Who saw the picture on my page with the guy holding a whip? Who saw the picture? Jigga saw it. Ace of Abba, I hail you, my brother. Where's Irene? Irene and I spoke today. She was supposed to be here. Okay, I've seen her. All right, now, who felt that the guy, that we did not hear the guy's side and we need to hear the guy's side? Who felt that my post, because my position was, let's find this guy and let's make sure this guy is prosecuted. Who feels that we need to hear the guy out, and it's not nice to be rash, that the guy needs to air his side of the story? Can I see the hands? Everybody who feels that we need to, who feels that, Evelyn, I see you. Who feels that we need to hear the guy's side? Let me see hands. Let me see hands. So you feel we need to hear the guy's side. Okay, sorry, I'm going to have to do it this way. But anybody who believes that we need to hear the guy's side should either please unfollow me now. If you're ready to change your attitude towards life, you can stay. However, if you feel that that guy needs to be heard, I suggest to you that you unfollow me, because you and I do not share the same mentality. If you just feel that, this guy, let's even hear what he has to say. Do you know why? First of all, you do not understand the word assault. You do not understand the word battery. You do not understand that the threat to use a weapon or anything, a whip, a cane, is assault. Using it is battery. The fact that he was holding a whip in his hand already makes him both guilty and liable. So, if you think someone who you see a picture of him holding, unless he wanted to use the whip to change his tire, or he wanted to make a phone call using the whip, which he's going to have a lot of difficulty proving in court. The fact that he's holding a whip in his hand and addressing a woman is already assault. Google what assault is, or to be more in line with the Nigerian Constitution, ask a lawyer. Ask a lawyer. Do we have any Nigerian lawyers in the house? I don't mean charge and bail. I mean proper lawyers who went to law school. My mom is on the way to my place. I'm not sure she's going because there's a lot of traffic on the way. By the time she comes, we'll probably... Daniel Wilson said there's no excuse for... None. You cannot explain why you are holding a whip and talking to a woman. That's not your daughter. Listen to me. My daughter, Amarachi, if I'm standing on the road holding whip for her, people will still call me out. Since you've known me, Amarachi, have I ever used whip on you? Do you know how I polish my children like this? One day I was with my other daughter. She was supposed to do something and she didn't do it. I now pulled her ear. The next time I was now raking for her. I was like, next time you do this, I will beat you. You know what? I'll report it to your mother to beat you. She said, no, you beat me. Because she knows that my beating is pulling of ear. I said, should I report it to your mother? She said, no. What should I say? You beat me. I said, I said, see these children, oh. I said, don't know, say, I know Sabi beat that ear, go pull on well. So please, I need a lawyer. Baroness Lizzie said, your mom taught me in law school. Yeah, that's a long time. My mom is a professor of law and a provost of a law school and a vice chancellor of a university, or acting vice chancellor as the case may be. So if you guys could be patient enough, when she comes home, she can address this from a legal point of view. Somebody wants to share his views, Official Franklin. Let's hear him out. Even though this is supposed to be a scriptural teaching, I'm still going to
allow people to share their views. Don't.
Good evening, sir.
Hello, bro. How are you doing? Remember to keep it polite.
Fine, thank you.
Go ahead.
Yeah. First of all, I must say that I'm a huge fan. And,
Thank you very much, sir.
Well, sir, about that incident that transpired, I don't know, with the Uber driver and the
Yes.
lady. I found that the driver was way out of his league to use to wield a whip against a woman. No. It's not fair. Even if women they could be very provocative, but
oh yes, women could be extremely provocative.
That was actually assault. She was assaulted, or in other words, the lady was threatened. It's criminal. It's criminal for the Uber driver to do that. So it was very wrong.
Thank you so much, bro, and do have a very lovely evening. So my brother right there is right. Do we have any lawyers? I need a lawyer. Not I studied law 20 years ago. Now I do Yahoo Yahoo. A proper lawyer who is either practicing or is teaching law. Because these are our books. Once we are not with them, after a while we begin to forget. Hi guys, I'm Daddy Freeze and I'm here to hook you up with SendWave, the fastest, safest, most reliable way of sending money from your phone in the UK or the US to any bank account in Nigeria. Just boom, boom, zoom, zoom, and you've sent Wave. Use the promo code Daddy Freeze, DADDYFREEZE, spelled as one word. Use it now. Ibewa says you must not just conclude without hearing. Unfollow me. I've already said it. Unfollow me. If you have that mentality, me and you are not going to the same place. And they go Abuja, they go Port Harcourt. Come down. I go lose you. Come down from the plane now. Just unfollow. If you believe that man has anything to say, me and you are never going in the same direction. So I beg you in the name of the Almighty God, you must hear from both sides. You see a whip in somebody's hand. You see, you must hear from both sides, and when the two of them are quarreling. Waiting happen. Like today I was driving through the toll gate. One guy held card. He said he had money on the card. It is their machine that is not working. Those ones say, lie, in card, no, they work. So I heard from both sides and tried to reach a compromise. But if one person had brought out whip and was holding whip in his hand, there's nothing you want to hear from any side again. You lost your right of expression the moment you assaulted that person. Assault is threat of violence. If you're holding an object in your hand, you are already threatening that person violence. So I need a lawyer. I can't believe that Free Nation does not have lawyers. Someone said, will you consider a revision of the current Bible that is filled with instances of violence, child abuse, and violence? The Bible doesn't need to be revised. The covenant has already been revised in the Bible. It depends on where you're reading from. If you're reading from the Old Covenant, it contains that. If you're reading from the New Covenant, if you're reading from the Free Nation Bible, which is the Red Bible, which is the words of Yahushua, there is nothing violent or abusive in the words of Yahushua. So as long as you are reading your Psalm, you are reading your Deuteronomy, you are reading your Numbers, you will continue getting these issues. So the Bible does not need to be revised. You need to understand that the contract has been revised and you need to stay within the contract. The old contract is an explanatory contract now. It explains what used to be and what you have been saved from. That is why I did a video, Saved from God. Go and watch that video. It will help you understand the new covenant you're in. The Bible doesn't need any revision. So please, guys, where's my lawyer? Sonny Vix, please just say hi again. Just say hi or just a full stop or something so that you can come up on the timeline. Uche, you are saying call me. Are you a lawyer? I'm not calling anyone that's not a lawyer. If I call you and you're not a lawyer, I will cut the call on you. So I'm looking for lawyers. Somebody says some women need ear twisting, no, but no be beating shall. No. You see, ear twisting are for your pikin where you get for house. Okay? You cannot twist somebody else's daughter's ears. Hello, brother Shukbo. If you are a woman, okay, Steve said he's not a lawyer but a pastor. Somebody said, I'm not a lawyer, I just need a job. Hey, let me call the pastor. But please, 1 minute. 1 minute, please. Yes. Hello, sir.
How are you today, sir?
Very well, thank you. You say you are a pastor.
Yeah, I just want to come on live. I'm not a pastor, but I love your program.
Okay.
However,
Thank you very much.
I'm calling from Phoenix, Arizona.
Oh, wow.
The act of beating a woman, I hate it. I hate it more than stealing, more than robbery, more than raping. It's against humanity. The first time I witnessed my wife giving birth in the hospital in Nigeria, back home in Nigeria, since that day, I began to respect women. We should just give them respect. Though they can be provocative, but
Trust me.
not to the extent. Yeah.
Women would annoy you. They'll get under your skin.
They can annoy you. You can jump from 100-story building. You understand? But the best thing is just to walk away. Honestly.
Walk away. Pretend. You see, the act of there's no power. Power is nothing without control. That's Pirelli.
Yes, yeah.
No matter how good your engine is, if you don't have brake, you are as good as dead. Because if you watch Formula One, for instance, when you are going into those corners, you have to brake. If you don't brake, you will fly out of the corner. So the performance of your engine is useless if you cannot control it in certain corners.
You cannot control it. Yes.
So we need to start exercising self-control.
Sure. That is what we call a man.
Yes.
A man. Yeah.
Thank you so much, my dear brother.
You're welcome.
God bless you. God bless you.
And you too. Thank you. Have a great day.
And you too. All right, guys. So I'm still looking for my lawyer. Power is nothing without control. Lamo Cakes, how are you doing? I need a lawyer. Everybody's saying they have a point also. Unless I see lawyer, I'm not calling. And don't lie, because I'll ask you what law school you finished from. Don't even think of lying to me. Where are the lawyers? Oh boy, all the lawyers. I'm talking to 68 people on Instagram. No lawyer. Ah, but we Biolo Dosha. JC Wall, I say I can do better than a lawyer. Thank you, bro. Thanks for the call. Doreen is a lawyer. Can I have you on Instagram? On YouTube, unfortunately, we can't take calls. Dog D, are you a lawyer? Cindy Elechi says she's a lawyer. All right, so we have a lawyer right here. Somebody say no lawyer and a liar's fool here. What of us that did diploma in law una no qualify? So I'm calling Cindy Elechi. Okay, dog, you're a lawyer. So, okay, we have a lawyer on Facebook. I'm going to call you. Just let me finish with Cindy Elechi because I'm rounding off this topic. Cindy Elechi declined. Call me. I'm a lawyer. Truth, you're a lawyer. Truth will always stand. Truth, can you please indicate? Someone is looking for a job. God will answer your prayer. But now I'm looking for a lawyer. Oh, Truth said, no, I'm not. Where's that lawyer lady I called? She don't run. Call me. I'm a lawyer. Where is she again? Cindy Elechi. Let me call Dog D. I don't know how to call on. Wow. I think, Dog D, you need to ask me to bring you on camera. And ATS, are you a lawyer? Uche, E.Uche, are you a lawyer? Someone say native lawyer, uncle. Okay. I guess we'll close this topic here. Nobody's suing me. It's about the Uber driver that was harassing the lady. That's what we want to address. All the lawyers are hiding. Read book. They will not read. Ken Onos, unfortunately, I can't have you, Ken, on YouTube. You can't call in on YouTube. Okay, I have a lawyer here. Okay. No, I almost clicked the wrong thing. All right, so I'm calling you. You said you're a lawyer. Go live. Okay, waiting for Dr. A Life. I'm a lawyer in my profession. He has also declined. Truth said she's not a lawyer. Oh. Someone say, ask your question. No, we need you to come on live. Lawyers fool YouTube, but on YouTube you can't call. You can't be a part of this. So I need a lawyer I can call who will come online and talk. Everybody else wants to talk except the lawyers. Anne said, but they said the guy didn't hit the lady. He doesn't need to. As long as he's holding that whip in his hand, that's already assault. Assault is the threat to use a weapon. Okay, E. Uche says she's ready to talk. Let's just hear from her and end there. Because I can't seem to get... He dragged out of the car holding a whip. It's not allowed. The girl might be rude from... Yeah, hello?
Hello?
I hope you're a
Hello?
lawyer.
I was saying, call me while you were searching for the lawyer all over the place. At least, I'm ready to talk. I've got some things to share.
But you are not a lawyer.
But we are all judges. You are not a lawyer that is free, but you have judged this case. Allow me to also judge.
All right, go ahead and judge.
All right. Actually, the clip, it's a very short one.
Yes.
And we are seeing it just when the guy was committing a crime. Actually, he committed an assault. He's guilty of assault.
Okay.
But then, if you want to, but even if you call a lawyer into this case, definitely the lawyer would also want to hear from the other side, because this whole story could have started with they were inside the car and the girl became abusive and even hit him with her phone behind his head, and then that got him out, and he. So there could be so many sides to this story.
You have
so
a point with that. But you see, as long as you see the first thing you said, which is right, is here's a picture. Can you see the whip in his hand? I'm going to expand this so you all can see the picture. This is a picture. I took a screenshot. Amarachi, my daughter, is here. She also wants to see this. Oops, sorry. How do I? Okay. Can you guys see the whip in his hand?
Yeah.
You can see the whip?
Yeah, I see that whip. He's guilty.
He's guilty.
No doubt about it. He's guilty. Yeah. But the girl too may also be guilty of even battery.
Now, we read his side of the story. The guy also read his own side of the story. He never said the girl struck him. The side of his story is on Instablog.
Okay, I didn't see that part. I thought we were judging this based on just that video.
Just the picture, he's already guilty. Because it's not like they put the whip in his hand. He's holding the whip. That's assault already. Now, if they were arguing, if the girl went online and said, this guy dragged me out of the car. The car is his property. He dragged her out forcefully. Yes, it is still wrong. But that's
battery even.
It's battery even.
Pull her out.
Do you understand? But we'll have to prove it unless we have the video of him actually dragging her out of the car. But you see, just seeing him addressing her holding a whip in his hand, I don't know how you're going to dribble yourself out of that.
No, he can't. He's not going to dribble himself out of that because he is guilty on physical assault, and so he's guilty.
Now that we've established his guilt, we will now also hear his side and say, okay, what was the cause of the provocation? He said, please leave my car. Now, there are lots of, let me give you an example. In the properties I own, as long as the tenant is paying his rent, if I go there, he can drive me out of the property. I own the place. The man renting it is the one owning it for that period. Do you understand what I'm saying?
That's right.
So you paying him for a ride. You also have to understand, all Uber drivers and your passengers are your bosses. They are your customers. When you see such a person, if you feel that I don't want to work with this customer, do not accept the ride. But once they enter your car, you have no choice but to work with them. Now, if just in case they are being violent or being rude, just drive into a petrol station, come out of the car and sit down.
Perfect. That was what
Then
I was
start recording. You have camera phone too. Start recording. I'm an Uber driver. I brought these girls. They refuse to come down from my car. Look at them. They're being very rude to me. Oh my goodness, we will drag them. However, you have whip in your car already. As an Uber driver, what are you doing with whip? Uber people too. When among the accessories that your drivers must have is whip included. What is he doing with a whip? Is he carrying horses?
Those kind of behaviors needs to be discouraged in our society.
Yes.
Because a lot of guys are doing that and they are getting away with it. And even like they finish that and they go bragging.
Somebody said holding a whip without using it is not an assault. That is why I said lawyers should address us. Bolak me, you be olodo, sit down, keep quiet. The more you talk, they make people know say you be real olodo. Holding a whip already is assault. He doesn't need to use it. If he uses it, it's battery. So, Bolak, holding a whip is assault. Listen, if you don't know now.
There is also a verbal assault.
Yes.
There is also verbal, when you are abusive to someone, that's an assault.
Yes.
You're verbally abusive, that's an assault.
There's slander.
So when you now, battery happens when your body touches the other person's body. That is when it is considered a battery.
Using the whip.
In provocation.
Using the whip is battery. Holding it is assault. You have to understand. That is why I'm holding this video. That's why I'm having this video. You guys all need to understand what assault and battery are. Doreen is a lawyer, but unfortunately you're on YouTube. I can't call you on YouTube. I can only call people on Instagram. Okay? So, my dear sister,
right,
what's your name again? Chi?
Uche.
Uche. All right, Uche, what part of the world are you in?
I'm in the US.
You're in the US?
Kansas State.
All right. Enjoy yourself and take care.
No enjoyment, oh. Enjoy pass.
All right, God bless you.
Thank you. God bless you.
God
too.
bless you, darling. We have my sister here. Oluni, her husband is a lawyer, but I don't know if he's here and if he wants to talk. A lot of people are saying the video is short. Oh, you don't even need a video. A picture of him holding the whip is enough. So I'm going to close this. And my dear Nigerian brothers and sisters, if you're an Uber driver, your weapon should be a camera phone. Get your camera phone. Every Nigerian should have a camera phone. It's more important than that big wedding. It's more important than you celebrating your birthday. You should have a camera phone. If you don't have a camera phone, you don't have a weapon. The camera phone is a weapon. And it is the weapon the young lady used. Matter happen like this, ping, ping, record. Where's your mom? The moment she had a camera phone like this, she started recording. End of matter.
Hi guys, I'm Daddy Freeze, convener of the Free the Sheeple movement and leader of the Free Nation in Christ. I greet you and I bring glad tidings. During the day, I'm a humble staff of Cool FM, and Cool FM brought me from where I was a copper when I joined in 2001 to the leader of a nation where I am today. Thank you very much, Cool FM. And to celebrate Cool FM this October, as Cool FM turns 21, we are going to Oman, Kenya, and Dubai. Yes, and you could be a part of this. All you need to do is call this number 0808 262 2410 0808 262 2410. You can pay in installments, like Nigerian man will say instrumentally. Yes, come and hang out with me in Dubai, Oman, and Kenya. You need to be there. It's going to be an absolute blast. And you get the opportunity to sit down with me and argue with me. It's worth it.
Okay? So let your camera phone be your defense. If you're threatened, if dashboard cam is better, you get a dash cam. But the problem is, are you going to drive your car into your office? What if somebody in the lift starts to assault you? Be ready to bring, you can wait. And I tell people, the iPhone 11 Pro is out. I'm looking for how to get money to get it. Because once I'm moving with it, I'm recording all the, do you know how many phones I'm using to beam right now? 4 different phones. One is going to YouTube, one is going to Instagram, one is going to Facebook on 2 separate networks, so there's no clashes, and one is recording the video so I can upload it horizontally for greater clarity. So you need, this is your weapon. Get it. Save. I don't believe that there's a phone that is too expensive for you to have, unless of course you can't afford it. Get a good phone that has a camera. Somebody's shouting at you, you are a thief. Is this where? Bing, bing. Somebody say, Dagnet, hello Dagnet, my sister. The Galaxy Note 10 Plus is better. Is not better. Sorry. Tastebot just got a Samsung doesn't have that portrait. What is it called? You can never compare Samsung with iPhone X. Now, if iPhone X is that bad, you can now imagine iPhone 11 Pro. Ha ha. All those my interviews are shot on iPhone X. So Joseph is saying, are we investing enough on mental health? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So please, we all need. Evelyn says, all hail the Apple, forget Android. By the way, if you are still using iPhone 6 now an Android phone. iPhone 6 and iPhone 6 Plus and iPhone 6S, they are all Android phones. Amarachi is using iPhone 6. She's feeling sad. Android users. So please get a phone. You can get an Android phone with a camera from as little as 30,000 naira. Get it. Somebody say, no, yap my iPhone 6. So, no, I know yapamo. Just know, say, no, be Apple phone, na Android. Just know, say, na Android you dey carry. Galaxy 10 Plus is a great phone, but you can't compare it. You can't compare it. Tastebot has a Samsung. I have the S. I know what the picture clarity is. Especially for someone like me, who does a lot of interviews, needs a lot of space, and needs optimum clarity. So please, if anybody wants to dash me gift, just dash me iPhone 11. I'll be very happy. Anywhere I am, I just whip out my phone. Hey, they start shouting like this. Camera. Oh yeah, my weapon. Someone says I'm an Uber driver. No, this is not about Uber drivers. It's about a case of assault. The guy was holding a whip. There's no story. This is not time for Uber drivers to come and do solidarity. Chief Fine Babe, sorry if you didn't get Instagram notification. No, I'm so sorry. The Note is Samsung flagship. Yes, but you cannot compare it with Apple. Trust me. iPhone XS Max. You don't want to play. Then 11 with those 3 cameras, 11 Pro. You don't want to play in that league. But you don't need that phone. Many of you are not recording interviews and recording shows and addressing crowds like I am. So you might not need it. Someone said the guy was frustrated. He's going to be 10 times more frustrated now because he's going to have to deal with a lot. He's going to have to deal with a lot. If I were him, Chief Fine Babe, you're asking between the Apple and the iPhone. Apple is iPhone now. Someone is saying I'm an Uber driver. Yeah, so what? There's nothing to say. There's nothing to say. Someone was caught on camera holding a whip addressing his passenger. Orotiton. They said the Uber driver has just been arrested. Do you need a soothsayer? Jagnet wants us to debate on Samsung. Wait till I get my Pro. That whip was Koboko, I swear to God. The app. The app I was talking about is an app that we will build, and people can go there. As in, if you have the app on your phone, you will get notification. The app is actually for you, not for me. The app would give you notifications when we're coming live. You can from the app go to my YouTube. You can from the app go to the website. You can from the app go to my Instagram. You can from the app go to my Twitter. Do you understand? And whatever is happening on those my platforms would be feeding you on the app. That is what the app would do. The 11 Pro is going to help me and my mobile office. See me in my bedroom. This is my office. So we're addressing national issues, even though it was a biblical teaching I was meant to have. So I hope I was able to clear that. Joseph is saying the mental health question should never be ignored. That's the crust of the matter. I agree. I absolutely agree with that. So I think we're done with this particular issue. Anybody that sees it okay for a man to address a woman holding a whip in his hand is either beating his wife, his daughters that are above 18, his girlfriends, even his mother herself. Any man that's holding a whip talking to a woman, if he beat him, mama. And that says that is okay. Watch yourself. Check yourself in. Ask yourself a few questions. You feel beat your mama. And you go beat your mama. Because you get the way your mama go talk, you go find whip for her. So, may they just check you. And please, after this discussion, people are still coming to my page. I'm so disappointed. You use words on people. I call them dingbats. If you see anything here, I'm just deleting this guy. This one is not. This one, they form American. Let me even block him straight. A lot of people are still coming to attack me for it, but like I said, if it makes sense to you, you have a problem. Chief Femi Brand self don't come talk. Washiri. So, guys, please, let us understand what assault is and let us work on our tempers. Women would annoy us all. No matter how hard you try to run away, no matter how hard you try to run away, a woman will provoke you. Let me tell you what one woman that I was in a relationship with used to do. She'll lock the door and then strip me naked. Now, that's a real problem. And then start attacking me. As in, she'll start tearing my clothes and then lock the door so I can't go anywhere. It's me and you today. So in that kind of situation, if you are lucky enough to make it out of that place alive, break that relationship up immediately. If it's a marriage, file for a divorce, separate immediately, move on with your life. Please, your mental health is worth more than any marriage or any relationship. Now, you men, if you know, listen, a woman would provoke you. Now, you might have the power to resist provocation once or twice. Maybe the third time, maybe the fourth time, you'd enter into an uncontrolled rage and then you do something dreadful. Leave the relationship where you are being provoked. Sodium is a metal. If you put it in water, who has ever seen the reaction of sodium and water? What happens?
A bit of fire begins to come on the top layer of the water, and then hydrogen releases into the air.
And it like explodes.
Yes.
One is a metal. You cut one bit of sodium and you drop it inside water. It will start to react immediately. You can actually. Now, women now need to train their tongues. Yes, women need to train their tongues. Some women don't know how to talk. And I pray that no free nation man ever enters the hands of a woman with an unbridled tongue.
Hi guys, I'm Daddy Freeze, convener of the Free the Sheeple movement and leader of the Free Nation in Christ. I greet you and I bring glad tidings. During the day, I'm a humble staff of Cool FM, and Cool FM brought me from where I was a copper when I joined in 2001 to the leader of a nation where I am today. Thank you very much, Cool FM. And to celebrate Cool FM this October, as Cool FM turns 21, we are going to Oman, Kenya, and Dubai. Yes, and you could be a part of this. All you need to do is call this number, 0808-262-2410. 0808-262-2410. You can pay in installments, like Nigerian man will say, instrumentally. Yes, come and hang out with me in Dubai, Oman, and Kenya. You need to be there. It's going to be an absolute blast. And you get the opportunity to sit down with me and argue with me. It's worth it.
You will not like yourself. So women, raise your daughters well. Even though that Uber driver doesn't have a single chance in hell, we also must address those young women. I have a daughter whose mouth is very sharp. She knows how I've dealt with it. Because if we don't control you, meaning that if you don't train your children well inside the house, they will train them for you outside. So parents, you also need to put in the extra effort into your daughters. It's not about you hustling from morning to night to build a big house that they will inherit. No. You need to spend time with, ask my children, I spend more time with them than their mother. Because I always make it, I say, you are coming with me today. Come, sit down. Let me be around you. Let me be studying your body chemistry. Let me be studying how you are acting. Let me just be watching you. Am I lying, Amarachi? Because any mistake I make, now one man will go inherit them. And that guy will say, Daddy Freeze, he'll be doing like leader of the free nation. Ordinary children cannot raise. Any child, any daughter of mine that does not know how to talk was not raised by me. Because you will not like yourself. Daddy Freeze, you seem to always glorify divorce, but it's not encouraged in the Bible. I'm with you, but we can't throw away the word of God. My justification for divorce always comes from the book of John chapter 4. The Samaritan woman who had had 5 husbands and was living with the 6th. Christ never called her a sinner. You don't know what it is that led to the divorce of 5 husbands, or the death, or the separation, or whatever it is. Marriage is not as important as we make it out to be. The most important characters in the scripture were not married. Paul, Christ, John the Baptist, Mary and Martha. Come on. Divorce is an issue if you do not understand what the scriptures are. If you are in a relationship that is leading you into adultery, you have every scriptural right to end that relationship. I taught a lot about divorce and separation and all that in other teachings. If you have any trouble, just Google my name and Google divorce. The teaching they plenty. I don't want to talk about them today. It's one of the reasons why I don't want my daughters to school abroad. You need to be able to, because once, and you need, it's not that you have them in Nigeria and then you're not more, you have to be on them. You have to be on them. Because you know why? Girls need to be more, because you are weaker than men. A man's tongue will end him in a fight, and he has the physical power to fight. Abi? A man's tongue, if it ends, like me for instance now, I come now, I see Jigga. It's just that Jigga go beat me well because Jigga they work out. Make I no use Jigga, make I look like somebody will be like Ole. Well, una dey. Make I find somebody we no get power. Let's just imagine whoever the person is. If I talk too much and we enter a fight, now man to man. But you see, when a woman, of course, no man has the right to threaten to or beat any woman. However, if a woman finds herself in that situation, we'll be treating her wounds and then arresting the man. So if you don't want your wounds to be treated in the first place, and then we are looking up and down for the man to arrest, which we will arrest the man, but at the end of the day, you will not be happy with yourself. So caution your tongue, my dear women. The tongue carries life and death, and is scriptural. So please, if I go somewhere with my daughters and they don't greet everybody when we go in, they know themselves. They know the fight will fight. When you go there, the first thing, be humble, be respectful. Be respectful. Now, there's something I want to talk about before I round this off. I think Ugoma wants to ask a question. Do you want me to bring you on to ask your question, and we'll round off with your question? And I'll do the scriptural teaching tomorrow. Ugoma, I'll answer your question if you want to come on live. I don't want to start reading plenty typing, so you can talk and we can discuss. All right, Ugoma, I'm calling you now. Go live with Ugoma. It's you again.
Oh my God, it's God's doing. Because I've always loved Amarachi and everybody. Even during the funeral, your father-in-law's funeral, I was watching everything live. My sister was there, but nobody recognized her.
Oh, you should have told me.
No,
Amarachi is right here with me.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The problem is, let me ask you a question. What about you're married to somebody who doesn't even have respect for you? What do you do?
Now, can you stay in that marriage? Can you work with that? Some people are very patient. I'm not one of those people. I can tolerate, every man can tolerate a certain level of disrespect. But there's a limit to which you take that disrespect and I'm out the door. So here's my advice. It's emotional battery living with someone who's disrespectful. You will feel slighted. You will feel less than a person. You will feel your confidence level will be shattered.
Yes.
There was a point in my life where my confidence level was next to zero, because
it's true.
I was living with someone who would put me down at any given opportunity and then turn it around and say I was the one putting them down.
Yeah.
A certain person I was in a relationship with at a stage in my life used to tell me that it is good what they are doing to me, that it is much better than what God would do to me. So me too, I used to think that, okay, let me be. I foolish well that year where they go Pentecostal church. I mumu no be today. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So I used to feel like that, okay, this is much better than what if God were really to punish me for my sins.
Exactly.
So it took a while for me to realize that that's not what God intended for me to do with my life. That's not how God intended for me to live. No. And you get to that point where you are afraid to leave a bad marriage because of what people will say, what the church would say. I literally got kicked out of church. I literally got kicked out of church for a divorce. Literally, I stopped doing. I used to. They told me when I come to church I should sit at the back. I'm telling you. And then I went home and the Lord revealed the book of John chapter 4 to me. Christ with the woman, the Samaritan woman at the well, the woman who had had 5 husbands and was living with the 6th. Christ never told her to go and sit at the back.
No, book of John. Yeah.
John chapter 4. Read from 18 all the way down to the end. Christ called her. Let me open it for you. Let's read it together so I can establish this. Amarachi knows John chapter 4 very well. What do you want, darling? You are tired. You are going to bed. Okay. John chapter 4. Can you believe I'm searching for John chapter 4 on Instagram? I'm tired. I'm tired. Forgive me, guys. So let me read it to you. So I went to church. That was the first time I realized that the church is not the house of God. Because what God was saying and what the church was saying were two different things. That was my first revelation that come. How can Christ say this and your pastor say something else? That's when I realized that, look. And the more I got the revelations, the more I realized that I was wrong in the church setting all the way.
Hi guys, I'm Daddy Freeze and I'm here to hook you up with Send Wave, the fastest, safest, most reliable way of sending money from your phone in the UK or the US to any bank account in Nigeria. Just boom, boom, zoom, zoom, and you've sent Wave. Use the promo code Daddy Freeze, DADDYFREEZE, spelled as one word. Use it now.
So, let me read from
14.
14 is late, Seth. I want to start reading from 11. We know the story up until 11, but let's read it from 11. This is going to be a long read, but work with me. The woman was surprised for Jews to have anything to do with the Samaritans. She said to Yahushua, "You are a Jew and I'm a Samaritan woman. Why are you asking me for a drink?" He replied, "If you knew the gift God has for you and who you are speaking to, you would ask me and I'll give you living water." "But sir, you don't have a rope or a bucket," she asked. "And this well is very deep. Where will you get this living water? And besides, do you think you're greater than our ancestor Jacob, who gave us this well? How can you offer better water than he and his sons and his animals enjoyed?" Yahushua replied, "Anyone who drinks this water will soon become thirsty again. But those who drink the water I will give will never be thirsty again. It becomes a fresh bubbling spring within them, giving them eternal life." "Please, sir," the woman said, "give me this water. I will never be thirsty again, and I won't have to come here to get water. Go get your husband," he told her. "I don't have a husband," the woman replied. "You are right, you don't have a husband, for you have had 5 husbands, and you aren't even married to the man you're living with.
Oh my God.
You certainly have spoken the truth." "Sir," the woman said, "you must be a prophet." Oops, I lost her. Oh, I'm so sorry. And we're reading this together. So please, guys, let me bring her back on. We're waiting for Ugoma. I really enjoy this working together through the scriptures. It's really very, very nice, and it really helps us with the word of God. Okay, Ugoma is right there, back again. Let me call her. Where's she? Oops. Ugoma, just type a message, say hello, so I can call you from there. I can't seem to find you. Yes, fantastic. I've seen you, and you will be called back in a moment. All right, so let's finish this up.
Thank you, sir.
All right, welcome back.
Thank
So
you, sir.
I'll take it back to
Where
19.
he have 5 husbands. You're not
Okay.
married to yet.
You are right, you don't have a husband, for you have had 5 husbands, and you aren't even married to the man you're living with now. You certainly spoke the truth. Sir, the woman said, you must be a prophet. So tell me, why is it that you Jews insist that Jerusalem is the only place of worship, while we Samaritans claim it is here at Mount Gerizim, where our ancestors worshipped? Yehoshua replied, believe me, dear woman, the time is coming when it no longer matters whether you worship the Father on this mountain or in Jerusalem. You Samaritans know very little about the one you worship, while we Jews know all about him, for salvation comes through the Jews. But the time is coming. Indeed, it is here now, When true
Yeah.
worshippers will worship the Father in spirit and in truth, the Father is looking for those who will worship him that way. For God is
Exactly.
spirit. So those who worship him must worship him in spirit
If it is,
and in
and
truth.
it's true.
The woman said, I know the Messiah is coming, the one who is called Christ. And when he comes, he will explain everything to us. Then he told her, I am the Messiah. Do you know, as of this time, he has not told many people, including many of the disciples, that he was the Messiah.
No.
Just then the disciples came back. They were shocked to find him talking to a woman, but none of them had the nerve to ask, what do you want with her, or why are you talking to her? The woman left her water jar beside the well and ran to the village, telling everyone, come and see a man who told me everything I ever did. Could he possibly be the Messiah? So the people came streaming from the village to see him. Meanwhile, the disciples were urging him, Rabbi, eat something. But he replied, I have a kind of food you know nothing about. Then they asked, did somebody bring him food while we were gone? The disciples asked each other. Then Yahushua explained, my nourishment comes from doing the will of God, who sent me, and from finishing his work. You know the saying, 4 months between the planting and the harvest. But I say, wake up and look around. The fields are already ripe for harvest. The harvesters are paid good wages, and the fruit they harvest is people brought to eternal life. What joy awaits the planter and the harvester alike. You know the saying, one plant and another harvest, and it is true. I sent you to harvest where you didn't plant. Others had already done the work, and now you go and gather the harvest. Many Samaritans from the village believed in Yahushua because the woman had said, he told me everything I ever did. Then they came out to see him. So he's speaking of harvesters, and the scriptures are describing the woman as a harvester. They believed in him because of her.
Yeah.
Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, it does.
So,
very well.
in the scheme of things, this woman came before the disciples. While the disciples were gathering meat for him to eat, the woman was bringing a town to salvation. How can I bring anyone to salvation if I'm sitting at the back of the church?
Not possible.
It's not possible. The discrimination against me was because my marriage had failed. Christ did not discriminate against a woman whose 5 marriages had
Even
failed.
the prostitutes.
And this woman was even living with another man she was not married to. And Christ did not discriminate against her. But we would have discriminated against her. Now, if you go and read John chapter 6, 2 chapters later,
Yes.
was where Christ now spoke to his disciples and told them the same thing he told this woman. And many of them left him. Let me read it to you. If you read John 6:29, this is the only work that God wants from you. Believe in the one he has sent. They answered, show us a miraculous sign if you want us to believe in you. What can you do? After all, our ancestors ate manna while they journeyed through the wilderness. The scriptures say Moses gave them bread from heaven to eat. He replied, I tell you the truth, Moses didn't give them bread from heaven. My Father did. And now he offers you the true bread from heaven. The true bread of God is the one who comes down from heaven and gives life to the word. So they said, give us that bread every day. You can see they are at the same spot with the woman. The woman said, give me that water. They are saying, give me that bread. Then he replied, I am the bread of life. The same reply he gave to the woman. And the woman ran to the village to gather everybody. I am the bread of life. Whoever comes to me will never be hungry again. And whoever believes in me will never be thirsty. But you haven't believed in me. This is 2 chapters later.
Yes.
Now, if you read it all, if you go down to 60, it now says, Many of his disciples said, this is very hard to understand. How can anyone accept it? Christ was aware that the disciples were complaining, so he said to them, does this offend you? Then what will you think if you see the Son of Man ascend to heaven again? The Spirit alone gives eternal life. Human effort accomplishes nothing. And the very words I have spoken to you are the Spirit and the life. For some of you do not believe me. For he knew from the beginning which ones did not believe him, and he knew who would betray him. Then he said, that is why I say, people can't come to me unless the Father gives them to me. At this point, many of his disciples, close that door. At this point, many of his disciples deserted him.
Is what's happening in our daily life today.
So, the truth a woman who had had 5 husbands and was living with the 6th could understand, his own disciples could not understand it. Because they were very busy looking at human effort.
Yes.
How can you have had 5 husbands and you are living with the 6th? You're obviously a devil, you are a olosho, you are whatever it is that you are. Boom.
They will condemn you, they will stone you to death.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So at the end of the day, a lot of people say, Daddy Freeze, why are you pro? I'm actually quite pro-divorce. If I don't see anything fruitful coming out of the marriage, I will not tie 2 people together.
You know one thing about you, right from the onset, people always, when you tell them the truth, they hate you.
Oh, they hate me right from the beginning.
Yeah, because when I heard it, anytime you say the truth, I'm like, they will keep bashing you. And I was among them, I was like, what is this guy talking? Until one day, something happened, and you say the truth. I'm like, so Nigerians doesn't like someone saying the truth.
No, they don't like the truth.
No.
They don't like the truth.
Not two-faced, because I remember one time you went on interview with Linda Ikeji. You
Yes.
admired the car, everything. You told her, you asked her questions. She now said to you, I know people were saying maybe I was meeting up with some rich dude, blah, blah, blah. You said, yes, even you think that way. Tell me what happened. How did you make this money? Regardless that you were in her car. I was like, this man, you're just real. But I've not really enjoyed and understood it the way you explained it to me this night. I'm so honored and happy.
Oh,
honestly.
thank you. Thank
Even
you.
when you mentioned, I think when they talk about celebrities in Nigeria, you're one of the best. Not because you're here, because you say the truth. You don't play any hanky-panky game to please anyone. No.
All right.
And I believe it. Yes.
Thank you so much, my dear sister, and thank you so much, everyone who has been with us today. It was quite a long session, but I'm glad we all came together, and we'll do more of these. Ever since I saw the success of us talking together on getting other people to discuss with us, it has brought us closer as a family, and it also is helping us spread the word of God. God bless you. The truth would set you and us all free. Take care of yourselves.
Yesterday was my 10 years anniversary marriage.
Oh, how's your husband?
He's fine. He's downstairs reading.
My regards to him. My regards to him. And you guys should make sure you have a good marriage. Work on it and let him also work on it too.
Definitely.
All right.
We will.
Stay blessed. I will tell them. Bye.
Bye.
Hi guys, I'm Daddy Freeze and I'm here to hook you up with SendWave, the fastest, safest, most reliable way of sending money from your phone in the UK or the US to any bank account in Nigeria. Just boom, boom, zoom, zoom, and you've sent Wave. Use the promo code Daddy Freeze, DADDYFREEZE, spelled as one word. Use it now.